Hey, child free besties, this is Angela. Here I'm doing a Facebook Live discussing my child free journey. Check it out.
With the rest of our time, I want to switch gears to the other organization that you have founded, No Bibs, Burps, and Bottles. So
it's a mouthful, right?
Right, No Bibs, Burps, Bottles. So tell us about that. What is it? What do you do?
Yeah, thank you. Well, thank you again for allowing me to talk a little bit about this. So No Bibs, Burps, Bottles, also known as B3, because I know it's a lot of B's there and it's a mouthful. We are an online community where we support, encourage, inspire, motivate African American Black child-free women. And so the platform is child-free by choice, child-free by circumstance, or the person or the sister fills in the blank, because I don't want to define you, right? And so we just support women who don't have children, decided to not have children. Maybe you're childless, where you wanted a child and whatever factors came about, you just don't have children now. We just want to empower you. And the message is that we are all women. We all have different choices. And some of us just have a different narrative. And it really is trying to turn society's views about motherhood upside down, because not every woman, wants to be a mother, and that's okay. And so really being able to just help people recognize that, be careful of when are you going to have kids? When are you going to have a baby? You don't know that sister's story. Maybe she doesn't want kids, or maybe she just had a miscarriage last night, right? So just really empowering women to share their narrative about being child-free. And No Bibs, Burps, Bottles, we strive every day to just celebrate, highlight, and empower Black women who are child-free.
And I love that. I'm a part of the child-free community, and that's why I was really grateful when I found out about No Bibs, Burps, Bottles, and just knowing that there was a community of Black women that I could be a part of, that understands how I feel and what I'm going through and how liberated I feel by not having children, even though I didn't start out that way. Just embracing, being child-free has been really, really amazing for me. And so I love how it sounds like you have been called to two areas that have stigmas associated with them, right? Mental health and the child-free community. So it's like you are an advocate, just in your heart, an advocate for those people who may be misunderstood, overlooked, and just treated unfairly in so many different ways. And so I love the work that you're doing in both of those areas. So what would you say? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I just love the key words that you used in regards to overlooked and dismissed. And ignored and not taken in consideration. That's what happens every day with people who struggle with their mental health, them feeling invisible, ignored. And then that happens with individuals who are child-free. I mean, every day I'm hearing either a story in my DM or someone who's sharing, I did not know this platform exists. You know how often my grandparents are pressuring me to have kids, or my partner who, and so just allowing spaces for people to share their narratives, while also feeling I want to provide the space where they know that they are seen, heard, valued, and respected.
Yeah. And one of the things you said when you were talking about B3 was just that it's okay for you to be child-free. Like, there is nothing wrong with you. It's okay for you to choose that lifestyle. And I think that we don't hear that enough, because being a mom is celebrated, and being a mom is great for those who choose that, if that's their choice. But for those who don't desire to have children, there's another way to live, and it doesn't mean you're less than a woman, or, you can't mother in some type of way. And so I love the work that you do. So what are some misconceptions about a woman living child-free that people need to be aware of?
Well, there's a lot, but I won't go through all of them. But it really is, and it's the same thing that I hear from women in the community that, that I support and who support me, quite frankly, is, you're an old maid. There's something wrong with you. You're not good enough, or what's wrong with your insides, or, you don't want to be a mother. You're not maternal. And feeling as if you don't have a child to bring in this world, your life is less than. And not, some people may come out and say that, but that's kind of the feel of it, right? Is that if you do not have this title of mother, if you have not brought forth fruit, right? So we go back to the spiritual realm of, you produce and bring forth fruit, that your life is somehow not fulfilling. And every day when I'm on Instagram or I'm supporting, I am seeing women who are part of No Bibs, Burps, Bottles. They are living their best child-free life, right? Yeah. Some who decided that they did not want children, sisters like you who maybe started out wanting children and now have embraced the child-free lifestyle. Really, it's just saying we are women. We are part of the same coin. We're just flipping it over, because every single day through media, content, history, it's mother. We would not be here if it wasn't for mothers, right? Absolutely. So B3 is not about mom bashing. B3 is not about like mothers. Y'all think it's no. I want us to celebrate mothers. Exactly. I also want us to celebrate the women who are strong, powerful, influential, who are doing great things, living fulfilling lives, but they don't have the title of mom, and that's okay. That's okay. Oprah doesn't have children.
She does not.
Look where Oprah is, right? Yeah. One of my favorites, Tracee Ellis Ross. She doesn't have kids, but yet she was a phenomenal comedian, actress, and so just celebrating, and we do that on our Instagram feed. We celebrate and highlight celebrity Black women who don't have children, right? Yeah. And we also, through our podcast, celebrate women like you and I and other sisters who don't have children. Even though we don't have children, our journey how we got here is different, and that's what I want to illuminate and let other people hear. Yeah.
Because there is room for all of us. The not having children gives us an opportunity to really get into our ministry areas, what we feel like we're called to do. Not that you can't do that with children, but you need some people who have more space and time, to do things, because moms have the responsibility of managing, raising their children. And so they don't have a whole lot of time to focus on other things. And so you need people like us, like, okay, let's be your hands and do different things and to do those things that we feel called to do. So there is space for all of us in this world.
Yes. And even if you connect with not having children or having a partner. So I don't have children, I'm single. And so it's, God has given us all our own lane, right? Yeah. And for now, this is it, right? Until God orders my steps differently. Now, the kid thing, I birthed kids in a way of students and my nephew and my goddaughter. So actually birthing a kid is not going to happen. However, I'm still prayerful, and my heart's desire is for a partner. So I'll put that out there.
Right. I know that's right. Put it out there. Yes. I love that. So what words of encouragement do you have for women who are living child-free? What would you say to them?
I would say stay true to who you are, meaning when you walk in boldness and confidence about your child-free life and child-free journey, or deciding to not have kids, don't allow anyone to make you feel less than. So I've been in situations where men who have been trying to court me, they're like, what's wrong with you? You're 50 and you don't have any kids and you're not married. Like, what's wrong? And if I wasn't confident to where I am now in this journey, I could feel some kind of way about that. So I just want to encourage, if it's your heart's desire to have children, whether naturally, or if you want to adopt, or if you're going through other means to have children, I will be your biggest cheerleader, because the message from us is not, don't have any kids and the world is overpopulated. That's not my jam. That's not my lane. However, I want the women who have embraced being child-free, or who are still trying to get to that, to know that you are fine. And don't let anyone, your parents, your grandmama and them, your auntie, your partner, convince you that if you don't want to have children, because sometimes women will, get coerced, right? Or strongly encouraged. And then you realize, like, this is not what I wanted for my life, right? Yeah. So just stand your ground. If you want kids, great. If you don't want kids, great. And let women, and I've actually had mothers, women who have kids, babies, young kids, teenagers, who have said, hey, your platform is dope. I see you. And that I appreciate that as well, right? So even though my platform is celebrating sisters who don't have children, when I get the same type of warmth and acknowledgement from sisters who are mothers, that I feel like I'm on the right track, right? Because we're all women, right? Women supporting women. That's really the overall theme. But under that, we also have different lanes and paths.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And like Moya says, just embrace who you are and what you desire, whichever side you find yourself on. It's okay. And just giving ourselves permission to be exactly where we are, whatever that is. I love that.
Mm-hmm. And some women are struggling. I'm sorry, Moya. I'm sorry, Siobhan. Some women are struggling still with that decision of, I want kids, but I've missed the mark because of my age, or I wanted to be married before I have kids. And then you look up and you're 45, you're 51, and you're like, wow, how did I get here? So there are women who are transitioning from, I wanted kids, but the time has passed. So how do I embrace this child-free thing? Why are you so happy about it? And so I also have one-on-one coaching where I talk to sisters about, hey, I feel you. I'm here with you. And let's talk about it. And let's get this out. What is this really about? So,
because it is a journey. Because with me starting out just desiring kids, and I went on a journey and got to the point of embracing, being child-free. It is a process and a journey, because when you start out that way, it's like, it's grieving the loss of something that you desired at one point. And then it's finding acceptance and appreciation for the life that you do have, and just seeing the benefits and the joys. And it's like, oh, this is nice.
Yes. But I always tell people, shout out to all the mommies. My mama, my sister did a great job. My nephew just turned 22 today. So just shout out to all the mommies, right? And shout out to all the child-free sisters.
Because mommies have a tough job. And so we really appreciate out there who are raising, future leaders and future, people, just beautiful civilians for this world. So salute to those mommies. So what's next for Dr. Angela, and how can we stay in touch with you, whether it be Harris 316 or No Bibs Burps Bottles? What's next? What are you going to do?
Well, what's next is me just continuing to put all my effort and my passion and my love into both Harris 316 and No Bibs Burps Bottles. So for Harris 316, I would love for you guys, if you are interested in, the intersections of mental health, wellness, spirituality, and faith. If that is of interest to you, please follow us on Instagram. And what I will be doing there, I'm kind of revamping my website. I'm creating different services and apparel, just so that people know that Harris 316 is here, and really wanting to get my brand out there in regards to partnering with churches, corporations, and community organizations to help decrease the stigma. So really right there is just, updating the website and thinking about services that I can promote. With with No Bibs Burps Bottles, it's the same, continuing to grow our Instagram community. We launched our new website a few months ago. So right now it's being able to just continue to be an advocate, get the word out there about child-free women. No Bibs Burps Bottles, we were recently featured in the Huffington Post, where we were quoted. And so really being able to create more opportunities like that. And then really what's next for B3, we're gearing up for our summer series. So you were our first guest and did such a phenomenal job. And we are gearing up for our second speaker. So we have 3 speakers, 1 in July, 1 in August. And it really is putting child-free experts in front of our child-free besties. So just planning that and just really having a good plan for the rest of the year and finishing out strong.
Nice. I love it. So if you are a child-free woman, I highly encourage you to follow, join the Facebook group, No Bibs Burps Bottles, and follow her on Instagram as well, because she always posts inspirational thing, and that you will find your tribe. Trust me.
Yeah. And I always, and one thing that is interesting, I get this question a lot in regards to like, why Black churches and why Black child-free people? And, again, everyone has a lane, right? There's a pie, and we can cut and split those slices in different ways. I am a proud African American Black women, right?
Mhm.
A lot of my papers that I wrote in college were about the African American community. So that's near and dear to me. That community is I am that community. And so then it's what my passion is, right? If your passion is, helping women create sister locks, then that's your passion. I'm not going to say, well, why did you decide to? That's your passion. So again, and there is a void that I'm trying to fill, right? And so with the child-free community is still, there's not a lot of talk about the cultural considerations of child-free women. And then with the Harris 316, again, we still need to talk about the Black church and promote the Black church and hold the Black church accountable. So that's why I focus, because I'm an African American Black woman, and that's my ministry.
I know that's right. And I love it. I love it. Well, I truly thank you, Dr. Angela, for being here today and just for the wealth of knowledge that you shared with us and the information. So if you're watching, please follow her on both Harris 316 platform and the No Bibs Burps bottles, because it's just stay connected to her. She is up to some amazing things in ministry, and just look forward to what you have coming up next. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Sister Siobhan. It's always a pleasure to chat with you. And I'm so glad that this sisterhood, we connected by happenstance, and now we're moving forward. We've already done 2 collaborations together. That's what sisterhood is about.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you to those who commented and just chimed in so that this could be an interactive discussion, and for your questions as well. We really appreciate it. So
thank you.
So until next time, take care of yourself and have a wonderful day. Good night.
Good night, guys.
Thank you for listening to that snippet. Please don't forget to subscribe and follow. Peace.